Joining him now, Fox and Friends Enterprise reporter and Fox Nation host, the one and only Lawrence Jones, fresh off the 7 p.m. primetime show on Fox News Channel.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? So I vote in California, and I voted for the recall. I voted to send Gavin Newsom packing because I do think that he's done a very bad job. My favorite quote was from Caitlyn Jenner, who obviously did not win. She's not going to be California's next governor. And she said, "It's a shame, honestly. It's a shame. You kind of get the government you deserve." Like, she was so disgusted.
Well, that's also true. You know, I think you said it perfectly to say that there's going to be a lot of people that go and leave to Texas. You know, California already lost a congressional seat to Texas because a lot of folks, the #1 state that they go to is Texas. But I think the real travesty here is that there are a lot of people that just can't afford to move. They can't. And so they will be forced to deal with being able to go in a city, and as long as you steal under $1,000, you can just rob a place.
Yeah.
The shootings, the homelessness, the fact is that the kids aren't getting a quality of education. A lot of Democrats showed up to vote for the recall because they wanted education choice, as well as they wanted their schools to be open. And a lot of those poor folks aren't going to be heard. And I do think it will be business as usual in California as a result. Yeah,
and, you know, places where the schools are failing, those parents, they don't have choices. They don't have a number of schools, and they don't have the kind of resources to send their kids to places where teachers' unions and teachers actually give a crap about learning.
That's exactly right.
And I'm so disgusted how these unions just shoved money at Gavin Newsom, not to make the state better and not to make kids smarter and make them more competitive, but to keep the status quo so the state government benefits them and only them.
That's exactly right. And to your point, a lot of people kept calling this a Republican recall. There were Democrats in the race as well. What was not talked about is that the Democrats that were in the race, they were silenced. The party leadership went against them. The Democratic in the national race, one candidate, the leading Democratic candidate that was opposing Gavin Newsom, said that he couldn't even get a Democrat lawyer to represent him when it came to election integrity and all that. I think that's pretty disgusting. A party that is supposed to be for the people, the little guy, is now saying, you know what? The only elite's voice is going to be heard. I think that really is what this race was about. This race was about the elites. The elites voted for Gavin Newsom.
And I hope other states realize that the recall initiative is actually very powerful.
It is.
And politicians should be scared of it, and they should have more of it in more states. So if someone's doing a horrible job and doing an incredible disservice to the state and your family, kick them out. I don't even care. I know it didn't happen this time. I get it.
Well, because it was California.
Yes.
Every state is not made up like California. I think California is probably the most progressive state in the country. If you are a moderate state or a swing state, I think you should be paying attention, because this is not just a California issue. This is a national issue when it comes to these liberal states and these liberal cities.
Well, he's emboldened, and now his presidential aspirations.
Well, he's not yelling anymore, so maybe he's calmer.
Yeah, so I'm so humbled that you guys love me even more. Look at my teeth and hair. Oh, good Lord. All right, we'll be
Botox.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't even make any expressions. We'll be watching you tomorrow and Friday night, 7 p.m.
I appreciate it.
And then we're moving to 7 p.m.
Now we have to compete?
Yeah.
We can still love each other.
We can love each other.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe we can do that simulcast thing.
We should.
If they're doing the daytime where we're on each other's
like
show
Brady
at the
Bunch?
same time. The bosses, y'all hear that right?
Yes. Lawrence is my new boss. All right, thank you, dear.